What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Judah, and in today's video I'm going to be reacting to all of your bookish things that you think should be left in 2024. So a few days ago, actually no, for me it was yesterday. So if this video gets up when I think it should be, it's like 2 days ago for you guys, I made a community post on my YouTube asking what bookish things you guys think should be left in 2024, and I've already gotten quite a few responses from you, and I probably won't be able to answer them all because there is quite a lot there and some of you wrote a lot, so I'm gonna try not to judge, but you all just need to know that these are my opinions. If you don't like them, I'm sorry, but they're my opinions. So the first one up on here is spice being in YA or young adult books 100,000%. And I agree with this one. I don't read books that are spicy. If there is spice in a book, I will DNF it. And if there is spice in a book that I read, it means I didn't research it as much as I usually do, or I got false information, because I don't read spice. I don't like to read spice. I don't want to read spice. And my parents don't like me reading spice because I'm not allowed to read books with spice in them. So I 100% agree with this one. I think that would be an amazing thing, so I 100% agree with this person. So the next person says, saying a book in a series is okay for younger readers when later books in the series are very clearly saying a book in a series is okay for younger readers when later books in the series are very clearly not okay for younger readers. I agree with this. I feel like, I don't know if you guys have been on here, but there's a site called Common Sense Media, and it is a site where basically movies or books, they'll review a lot of them and they'll put them on there and they'll give age ratings, and a lot of them will be like, they'll give you everything that's in the book so you can go through and read and decide for yourself. But I've noticed with some series that a lot of the age ratings are different based on the book because they base it purely on that book. And so it's just, it annoys me because I'm like, oh, so the first book's good, and then I'll go to see what the second book says about it, and it's like, it goes from 12 years old to like, oh, we recommend this for an 18-year-old, and I'm like, so why'd you recommend the first book to a 12-year-old? It's just crazy. Some of the parents on there are crazy too. They recommend some crazy things. I agree with that one 100% because it's just too much. This person said breaking spines, dog-earing pages, and they don't know what else at the moment, so that is very real. Kind of agree with this one. Me personally, I agree with it, but I know some people do like to dog-ear pages. Me personally, I'm not going to want to break the spine. I'm not going to want to dog-ear the pages because I want my bookshelf to look clean and I want my books to look clean. If you have heard of the Keeper of Lost City series, those books are this thick and they're brick style, so their spines just look so hideous. And that's what I'm going to say. I just like, personally, the look of flat, straight, normal looking pages and not broken spines. I know Destiny Sidwell has said before that she likes broken spines in the dog-eared pages just because she's like, oh, I want the book to be mine. So I get why people like it. This person said definitely real people on covers. I, again, 100% agree with this one. Looks like me and my subscribers have pretty similar ideas going along with books. I think real people on the covers make the book just bad. It makes the book look like, oh, I don't want to read that. We all have heard the phrase, don't judge a book by its cover. But let's be real, we all want a good looking cover. We don't want a cover that's ugly, and we don't want a cover that has real people on it, because I don't know, it's just, there's something about the covers that I honestly have. I like covers that, if it's a romance that I'm reading, I very rarely read romances, but if it is, I like the cartoon ones with like cartoonish type people on the cover. And then if it's like fantasy, I don't know, I just like where it's just like there's one object in the center and then there's the words and then there's some random other design on it, but like, we don't want real people on the covers. It's just like an immediate book turn off, honestly. It's disgusting. This person said acting like a broken spine. This person says acting like a broken spine or a dog ear is the end of the world. It's okay to love your books. When you go to thrift, I think is what they were trying to say, is you can tell what books people really loved because of those things. Again, I don't really mind. I think a lot of people do act like it is terrible when they see dog-eared pages and broken spines. I used to honestly freak out at that, but I've learned to just be like, oh, whatever, it's not my book, it's fine. It's not my book, it's fine. It's not my book. It's fine. So you guys are probably gonna have a field day in the comments arguing with each other and reacting to different takes that these people have on this, so I don't really care. This person said, smut books, putting others down for not reading 1,000,000 books in 1 month, book covers for hardbacks, I always take them off. I think that last one they meant dust jackets. I don't really mind the dust jackets. I honestly kind of like the dust jacket. I don't read with the dust jacket on. I can't read with the dust jacket on, but I like the dust jacket. I like that it's there because first off, it's protecting the actual book and that's what it's meant for. Obviously, we don't want the dust jacket to get ruined itself, but I just take care of your dust jacket. But I think the covers would be very weird if the actual hard cover of it was like the cover, because I just think that would look weird and be weird. And then this one, putting others down for not reading 1,000,000 books in 1 month. I agree. I feel like there is so much pressure, especially as a booktuber, to read a lot, even though everyone reads differently. And I even mentioned in a live that I just did today actually, that next year I'm lowering my reading goal by a lot, by 50 books. I'm going to try to read only 50 books next year, which that could be a lot for some of you and that could be really little for some of you. But for me, I feel like it's going to set a good pace for me. It's going to give me time to do other things besides just read, because I feel like the biggest reason I got into my book slump this year, which was months long, it put me in a book slump and a content slump, was because I was trying to read so much. And it was because I was trying to do so much that involved me reading so many books in 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. And so I feel like me lowering that is going to be so good for me, because then it's going to give me the freedom to actually do other things besides read. If you can believe it, I have more things that I want to do besides reading. I want to get into writing. I want to do more with my other channel. I want to hang out with people more. I have a job, so it's going to make that easier, because having a job, having school, having homework, and then also having a booktube channel where I have to not only post content, but in order for a lot of that content to be good, I have to read for it. It's just a lot of work. So this is off topic, but kind of not. Content creators, they're like, oh, not all of them do, but a lot of content creators are like, oh, you don't work, you're a content creator. A lot of content creators actually put in a lot of work. I honestly don't even put that much work into my content. I obviously do. I put work into my videos. In this video you're watching, I put in work for that. So I'm not saying I don't put in any work, but a lot of them, they have to work out their brand deals, they have to work out their posting schedules, their filming schedules, their editing schedules, and it's just so much. But I put in probably bare minimum of the work that I could be doing. Not really, no. Bare minimum would be me posting, I put in work, just not as much as other people. Let's see. Oh, this is a fun one. This one, I feel like I haven't seen a lot of people talking about this, or I don't know. Let me read it first, just so you understand what I'm talking about. But this one says, yapping about how Lauren Roberts plagiarized. Girl, shut up, I don't care. I don't think I've seen many content creators like booktubers and book talkers and everyone, I don't think I've seen many of them actually talk about how Lauren Roberts plagiarized, because I feel like I've only seen booktubers and stuff talking about how they don't think she plagiarized. And I haven't even seen this mentioned before. I've seen it mentioned by one person. I think I saw Diamond. She's a booktuber. I'll link her channel down below. I think I saw she had a video and she was like, the caption was like, what was it? It was like, me because Lauren Roberts is getting accused of plagiarizing, but she brought me Kai or something. I don't know what it was, but I'll link her channel down below. You can go check it out for yourself. I honestly don't think she plagiarized. I think that's a very big accusation coming from whoever is accusing her of that, when half of BookTube is a ton of stories that are very similar. She even said, and I mentioned this, I feel like a broken record. I haven't said it in any of my videos, I don't think, but I've said this so many times. She said in an interview that she wanted her book series to be like Red Queen. And honestly, it is so much like Red Queen. It is not the same book series. It's not at all. But it's also like Hunger Games, and I think that's what's getting people most upset, is because of how like with Hunger Games it is, even though only the first book is like Hunger Games in any way. The most valid reason I've heard for her plagiarizing is because Peyton's last name is Gray, and that's the same last name that Lucy Gray has, and that's honestly not even a good reason, so I don't understand that. She didn't plagiarize. She's just an amazing young author that deserves all the popularity that she has gained. Next one. I need water. Let me get my water. Y'all comment down below if the lighting setup I have right now is good, because I just got 2 new lights, so I'm using them, and I think this looks good, but comment down below if it could look better, because I want my videos to look as good for you guys as possible. I put work into my videos. That's gonna be on my brain for the rest of the day now, whether or not I put work into my videos, which I do, because literally I have to get this up tomorrow. I need to get this up by tomorrow. I'm literally not resting until I get this video ready for tomorrow, because tomorrow is Sunday, and Sunday is my main posting day where I want most of my videos to get put up, and I've not done that the past few weeks. I've gotten videos up, just not on Sunday, because I've been slacking, and I gotta not do that anymore. Next one. I can't do this. I keep yapping in videos about not what the video is about, and it's just too much for me. Anyway, let's go to the next one. This next one I think we are going to like. This one says TikTok readers. By this, readers who aren't even real bookworms. They read 20 books in a day because they don't even take it in, or they just read dialogue, etc. Does anyone get what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. It irks me. I personally have not... I've heard the concept of book talk readers, but I honestly thought that just meant people who read only book talk books. But I guess it means more, and I've not seen anyone. I've seen people who only read book talk books and call themselves bookworms, but I thought that was really just when, but I thought that meant they were like, what am I saying? I thought that meant they were like, they would only read one book and it would last them the whole year, and they'd be reading the same one basic book talk book girl book, like a Colleen Hoover book. I thought that's what that meant, but apparently they don't even read the book. They are just fakers that read dialogue, which honestly, what if I did that for 1 week and I made it a video only reading the dialogue of a book for 1 week? I'd obviously make it rereads. I would not do that with real books, and I don't even know if I'd count it as actually making it through the book. I think that'd be vile, but it's fine. By this I mean readers. Okay, we're gonna go to the next one. I kind of agree. Like, I agree if that's what a book talk reader is, because this person said saying reading is boring. I agree. I think that is something we should leave behind in 2024, because reading is not boring. Honestly, it's not. I think if you found anybody write a book for them, then they'd like that book, so they obviously would like reading enough to like that book. A lot of these go together, but some of them have some differences, so I'll just read it and then I'll talk about the difference, because I need to get some stuff for these videos. And by the way, the reason I'm on my phone is because first off, I'm reading them, and secondly, I'm also screenshotting them for my video later, so I don't have to go back through and hunt down all of these. Oh, whoops. Because that just makes my life easier, and I'm going to see a movie in a few hours, so I need to hurry up and get this done so I can edit it. Not that I don't enjoy making videos for you guys, because I love making videos for you guys. But this one says, spicy books being recommended with books made for younger audience. Spicy books having these innocent, almost cartoony covers, both of which result in younger readers reading spicy books way too early. I agree with this one so much. I feel like I see a 10-year-old every other day reading a book that literally I've seen on Book Talk and I've researched on the internet, and it's talking about how this book is way smutty, this book has so many curse words, and I've just seen this 10-year-old reading it, and I'm like, where's your parents, where's your mom, where's your dad, where's your guardian of any sorts, why are they letting you read this? I don't care if they're being allowed to read this book. That has to be child endangerment of some sorts. That's exposing a child to something like that, especially way too early. And I think if I'm not reading the book because I don't think I'm even mature enough to read, so I don't think anyone is ever should ever read smut. I thought, this is what I assume happens with that. That's what, before I started getting into the book content and stuff, I just thought everybody skipped it, which I assume a lot of book content creators and book people do if they read books like that. But some people actually like it. I'm sorry, that is disgusting. Oh, that's just nasty to me. I'm sorry, that's nasty. That, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, if you read that and enjoy it, that's for you, but my opinion on that is that nasty. I'm not trying to offend you, so don't go in the comments. That's gonna mean I am mean sometimes, and I'm saying sorry right now. I'm not trying to offend you. I just think that it is weird. But for the 10-year-olds, I don't care if I'm offending you. If you're a 10-year-old reading a smut and your parents know about it, that's just nasty for both your ends. If you're a 10-year-old reading smut and you're watching this video and you read smut, stop it. Because that is just, oh my gosh, that's too much. This one's funny. I like this one. This is my favorite one. This is my favorite one of the whole video, and it says, books costing money. Gotta give the claps to that one. Who is it? It's your Fav Gilmore. Thank you for that. If you're watching this video, thank you. Oh my goodness, I love that so much. I've never seen anyone do this, but this one says tagging authors in a video that, sorry, abbreviated vid, but I wanted to say video, that rates their book less than 5 stars. I honestly don't tag authors in any videos, probably because I'm only on YouTube. If I was on Instagram and stuff, I probably would tag authors, but I wouldn't tag them if I gave them less than 3 stars. I think I'd give them 3 stars because honestly, if I try to rate my books very generously, because I barely give below 3 stars. I used to only give 3 stars, and then I started getting up into the 5 stars and the 4 stars and giving a lot of that out very generously. So I think 3 stars, you can rate them, you can tag them in. But if you're giving an author a 1 or a 2 star and you're gonna tag them, it's kind of like mean. It's kind of like putting in their face, hey, I rated your book 2 stars and this is what. I honestly think if you're gonna give a rating, you might as well be explaining yourself on anyway, because you have to understand that these authors spend years, pretty much an average author takes them a year to write a book. So you gotta give them a 1 star just because it took them a year, and then you gotta give them a 2 star for the plots, you gotta give them a 3 star for the characters, 4 stars if it all blended well together, and 5 stars if the book just made you feel good. I rate books that make me feel good with 4 stars sometimes, but that's because some things I don't agree with. But y'all, be for real. These authors spend so long doing that. Kind of agree. Wait, I half agree with that one, because honestly 3 stars, if you're giving them a 3 star, I think you should tag the author, but like, yeah. Annotating, oh, spice in YA books and overspending on books you won't read. Hot take. Hot take has entered the room. I think that's a hot take. In my personal opinion, that might come across as a hot take. I think actually all of that could be a hot take. Spice and YA books, I agree with. Annotating, I don't understand why you want to get rid of that. I annotate sometimes. I was annotating Nothing Like the Movies, but then I DNF'd it. If you're watching this and you really liked Nothing Like the Movies, let me explain myself, because I'm collabing with someone. I don't know if they watch my videos, but I'm collabing with them and they love Nothing Like the Movies. It's like I think they actually said in one of their latest videos that it was their favorite book of 2024. So if you're watching this, the only reason I DNF'd it is because how many F words there were. That's the main basis of DNFing it, because I don't like reading books that cuss a lot, and I usually give myself a F word limit like of 3. Obviously, there's been some exceptions, meaning that book was the exception, and I got halfway and I was like, it's too much. We were probably on like word 25 or more, and it was just so much, and I was just like, I'm done. I still have my because I was annotating it too, and I think that's why I kept going, because I was like, well, I want the book to be fully annotated. But no, I got halfway. Because when I start annotating a book, I don't want to end it and DNF it, because I've used so many of my tabs and I'm like, these are expensive, I want to keep using them. But I don't know, I'm done. I have it over there, the bookmark's still in, and I think, I don't know. If you're watching this, the person I'm maybe collabing with, we're in a weird stage right now. Sorry. I think you liked it and I just couldn't get along with it. Sorry. Next one, wait, no, we're gonna go on. And overspending on books you won't read. I think that's a hot take as well, because I don't think I have a lot of books that I've bought that I haven't read. I don't. I've read pretty much all the books that I've bought, because I have a giant stack of books over there that I'm gonna unhaul probably, because I know I'm not gonna read them, but I didn't buy them. I got them all for free, so I didn't buy them. But I don't really care. I honestly, probably if I had the money, I would just buy books all the time that I wouldn't read, but it's fine. Let's move on. Next one. I'm trying to find another one. I think I got to all the ones that had differences. There were a lot of dog-earing, spine-breaking, spice, whether it be good or bad, and I don't know, it's just, there's a lot in there. So that's gonna conclude today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, press the like button and subscribe. And turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I release a new video of me yapping, whether it be about books or hot takes about books. It's all gonna be about books. So yeah, and I will see you all in the next video, in my next YouTube short, in the community tab, and if my parents ever let me, TikTok or Instagram. Jesus loves you. Goodbye.